Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the daily show coming at you from the great state of Florida. One hell of a drug. And I do want to welcome you to the channel wherever you are tuning in from around the world. Thanks for watching. And of course, all of those yesterday, Thanksgiving. Hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving day with family and friends. And we are into Black Friday. Could this be, is the Bitcoin and altcoin that have dropped from the Tuesday drop, the Tuesday low, is that going to be the Tuesday low? Are we going to see another low today? Is the sale finishing today, Black Friday? Is this our last chance to buy? We're going to look at some historical things. We're going to look at the charts. I'm going to look to answer those questions for you because many of you are asking, you've got all these buy orders lower, but are they going to get hit, or are we just going to go up from here and not look back? So we're going to check that out. But before we do, you know what I'm going to say. If you're a regular watcher of the show, smash those likes button. That does help get this channel out to more people and does help support the channel. Really do appreciate all the kind words that you have left in the comment section below. That does mean a lot to me. I do read and respond to each and every one of those. And of course, the questions that get left there also in the comment section, I do get back to those as soon as possible. Now, make sure you check out the links in the description. We have the Stocks with Josh Discord with the most amazing people on the planet, and the Black Friday sale ends today. So you can go below there, you might need to click on the more button first below this video. It'll pop out the descriptions, and right at the top, you're going to have a couple of links there where you can choose a plan for the Discord, and there is a code there to get 25% off. And speaking of the Discord, this was a play that I gave exclusively in the Discord just a couple of days ago. I did share it a little later on my YouTube channel, and the Sonic play has gone up from 2 cents all the way to 9 cents, over 300%. Okay, so if you don't want to miss those plays and other plays that I give in real time, then there are your codes there below for the Discord to get you signed up. And you can see the post that I gave, and then they're a real DGM play, very high risk trade, only with money you're prepared to kiss goodbye. And I have tutorials on this as well, and I've shared that in the YouTube also. So if you did manage to get on that play, then that will have worked out very well for you. Now, it isn't a little bit of a pullback, so certainly we could look at possibly re-entering that trade on any kind of a pullback. So there, we'll check that out in a little bit. Now, of course, Bitcoin has liked to take off after November 28th. Historically, will history repeat? Well, it's November 29th. So we think that any moment now, we could see this start to take place. As you can see in every prior cycle, November 28th, 2012, red year start, let's go. November 28th, 2016, let's go time. November 28th, 2020, yesterday, November 28th, 2024. That doesn't mean that we can't have a pullback before the breakout. And so we're going to have a look at the charts just a moment on that, but you can see history doesn't always repeat, but often rhymes, as they say. And I posted this yesterday on Twitter. So if you're not following me on X, if you're not following me on X, that's also linked in the description below. You'll see that. Click on there. So if you're not in the Discord, here is where I can update periodically. The current mining cost to mine a Bitcoin stands at an average $88,125 according to Macro Micro, though the price can fall below this level in a bear market. It did not do so in the last bull market. During the last cycle, Bitcoin rose above the average mining cost in, November 2020, and did not drop below that level until May 2022. So based on this, we shouldn't really see Bitcoin go below $88,000. And this is why my prediction for this drop that I gave was 89,000. I said 88 to 89,000 was what I thought would be the lowest that would go. I gave that prediction here on YouTube. I shared that also on the Discord, And what happened? We came down to 90,000. Okay, we had pretty much almost a $10,000 drop, and I missed that by 1,000. I thought that was pretty good. I feel like I've given some pretty good guidance here. First of all, by warning you of this drop many weeks before it happened. I even did an emergency video the day before the week just to make sure those who might have missed my earlier warnings caught everybody's attention. I know many of you were able to take profits off the table and buy back lower during this dip, but we may have seen the end. We might get one final Black Friday flush out, but this could be it, the last chance to grab your favorite altcoins while they are still down a little bit there. And so, of course, Thanksgiving to Christmas on a halving year has been 3 for 3. We've seen 27%, we've seen 33%, and we've seen 99% in 2020. So what do I think we're going to get closer to? I'm not sure we'll do 99% in Bitcoin from now until the end of the year. Of course, anything can happen. That would take us up to about 180K. And at that point, we could see the bull market. Oh, it could be an end there. I'm gonna look. That's going to be more around these kind of gains there. We could just go sideways and have a real altcoin run up here as well. But I do think that Thanksgiving to Christmas time has been a very profitable time for Bitcoin. And I think overall, Bitcoin on average sees about a 9% gain during that time as well. And of course, this was something that I shared just the other day, and I did a whole video on this. You can go back to the video, the 4 coins, the 200 EMA, trading the 200 EMA. This is the way. Go look for this video. And I gave these levels live on the video. I also shared them live in the Discord as well. And so if you had it, let's have a look at some of these, because this will be the only, I'm going to put out the one video today. So we're going to look at the Bitcoin charts, and then we're going to look at how these coins performed. Being Black Friday, I know is a time that people are still spending time with loved ones and family and friends, but also are trying to get some deals there. So I'm just going to put out one, and we'll return to our normal 2 shows on Saturday tomorrow. Okay, so let's first of all look at the Bitcoin charts, and then we'll look at some of these altcoin plays here. And so the Bitcoin chart, as you can see, we have now broken above this Fibonacci level here at around this 96,000 level, and we're actually moving towards the next Fibonacci resistance level, which is sitting at 97,700. So if we can break above that and retest as support, then there is a strong likelihood we just keep going back up to and then retest that $99,000 level. If we can reject from there, then obviously the next level I'm looking to hold is this 96,200. Then we got 95,189, 94,151, and all the way down there. So I'm trading the smaller Fibonacci range here. Obviously, we've got the larger Fibonacci range over on the side. This is called Fibonacci stacking, okay, using multiple Fibonacci ranges. And what we do see here is there is some confluence here from the previous Fibonacci range, giving us in at about 96,192, and this Fibonacci range is at 96,227. So this is the 618 on this new Fibonacci range. So this is a really powerful level. We actually didn't manage to close above that. We closed below that, and that would have led me to think that a possible come down and retest down at this 92,800 level could be on the play, and it may still well be. We may get one more dip before the rip. Okay, so these are some levels that I'm looking at, and it seems to me we always talk about, it's important to Bitcoin to close above this level, below that level, and it closed below this level here and then popped up, and then it closed below this level here and then popped up. I mean, Bitcoin is saying, I don't really care. I'm gonna do what I like, thanks. It didn't really matter where the daily close happens on these last couple of closes anyway, because this was below the Fibonacci and it just blew through it the next day, and it's just blowing through this Fibonacci at the moment. But we'll see what shakes out here. But obviously, if we can hold this 618 level, this 96, I think there's a key level here. Hold this as support. If we and we'll look at the liquidation charts actually right now and check out how those liquidation levels are looking there on Bitcoin. So currently we see a lot more longs than shorts. Let's go over and look at these liquidation levels here. And we can see that, let's have a look here. There is some liquidity building down here. This is we're on the 24-hour here. There is some liquidity building down around that 94. It looks like it came in. Look, it came in. Look, just follow the money. Show me the money. Show me the money. That's what you may hear today as you go out for the Black Friday sales. But look, the highest levels of liquidation are just getting taken out. If we go to the 12-hour time frame, and so we can see here that there is some high above. So there's some up here at 97,800, then at 98,000, but there's a couple of levels down here at 96,452 and 96,235, right where I just showed you on the Fibonacci. So it wouldn't surprise me if we came up and got these higher ones first, then came back and retested, or a retest now to come and grab these yellow levels below like it did just yesterday here. It came down and took that. Now is it moving up to take this part up here before coming lower? It could go low and then high, but it looks like Bitcoin wants to trade in a bit of a range right now, just because it just continues as people go long and short. The market makers continue to liquidate. And I don't know if we'll see a big violent move to the upside or the downside until we see significantly more shorts than longs out there in the market. Again, down there, we're seeing on the 24-hour, we've got more liquidity below. Nothing super bright down there. Let's look at the 48-hour time frame there. And now we're starting to see these bright areas, 94,500 and 93,800. That might just tease us above that key Fibonacci level. Looks like we just took out 77 million worth of people who went short and bet that the market was going down and lost at 97,450. It looks like that got tagged and taken out. There is a little bit more at 97,700, another 61 million. So it wouldn't surprise me if that kept going up and taking all of that liquidity. But now there are some bright yellows below at 94 and 93. And that could scare a few people if we see a little sharp drop of 3,000 or 4,000, and that could freak some people out. But look, we've got these bright yellow levels here again at 94 and at 93, and we could come and tag this 97,800. If I'm the market maker, I'm going to go up and do the 97,800. I'm going to liquidate, and then I'm going to come down. I'm going to liquidate at 94,500 and 93, and then that maybe could be it, and then we could be off to the races there. But I'm not a market maker. I'm not even a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is for education and entertainment purposes only. Are you not entertained? And so there you go with that. We'll quickly look at the weekly chart there, and we'll see if we can see anything occurring. Well, on the weekly, and this is what I mean, look on the weekly, there is 142 million there. There's another 100 million up at 100,000, another 91 million at 100,000, 496. So if I'm the market maker, I'm looking at grabbing that 97,800. Then I'm looking at moving down, having a bit of a shakeout at down to 93,000, 94,000 down there, and then breakout up to 100,000. But of course, these heat maps change all the time and the narrative changes. This is why it's important to keep an eye on this on a consistent level there. Okay, we're going to jump into, what have we got here? We've got the wonderful Tau, HNT, Casper, and Fetch. Let's take a quick look at the Bitcoin dominance here chart that we have. And so we are seeing this might be a little bit of a bottom here. What did I say? The tribal trades trend line strikes again. I just said yesterday, I wouldn't be surprised if it came down and retested the tribal trades trend line. And that's exactly what it did. So we could see a little bit of a rise here, and alts take a little bit of a drop for your Black Friday. And we could see Bitcoin come down to that 93, 94K as well. That would be my most likely scenario after, of course, we jump up, grab that liquidity, and then come back down again. So alts could take a little bit further of a beating. Bitcoin drops about, that would possibly be a 4% drop. Alt's kind of a kind of double to triple. They might be 8 to 15%. So I'll have my buy orders set accordingly there in case we get one more shakeout today before the breakout there. And so let's look at the trades that I gave. One of them was Casper. I gave that at 14 and 3. And this is not even at the end of the bull run. I mean, this is just from a couple of days ago. I gave the 200 EMA on the daily. So I gave that Casper trade at 14.3, and it's now sitting up. It's had a nice pump up on Casper to what do we have here? It's up to 15.2. So nice little upside there on that so far on the Casper trade. On the AT trade, we are at $6.52 currently. I think it got up a little bit higher than that. Yes, it got up to $6.86. And I gave that trade in here for HNT at $5.62. So there again, another winning trade for those of you got in that trade. And then let's look at Tau. And the Tau trade that I gave at 5.35, I can already tell you this trade has been an absolute killer trade here for Tau. And not all coins have gone up, by the way. You say all the altcoins gone up. Well, Solana hasn't really gone up a whole lot. There's a bunch that hasn't, but Tau is sitting at $626. And I gave that entry at $535. You could have gotten in that trade and you would have made a good increase on that. As you know, Tau is also one of my long-term HODL play bags, and I did pick some up more HODL here for Tau. Sorry, I didn't pick up more HODL because my HODL is, I picked up some more Tau at this level at 5.35. So that's been a great trade there. And then let's look at Fetch. We had the entry at $1.38. I don't think it came down to $1.35. So let's look at Fetch there, which is now called, I think it's part of the Fetch crypto. I might have to search for it under the artificial super, what do they call Artificial Super Intelligence Alliance. What a mouthful. ASI, it's been rebranded to. And oh my word, that trade went up to $1.74. And then I gave that trade at $1.38. Okay, and I did a video on this as well, and it was shared in the Discord. And of course, if we do fortunate to come down around these levels, I mean, oh my word, what a buy this was in here at $1.38. Like I said, the 200 EMA, this is the way. If you haven't seen that video, the 200 EMA, this is the way. That was the video that I shared. These 4 altcoin plays. Of course, we have the Sonic play, which I gave. And I gave the trade. I got in at 0.26, and I gave this trade in the Discord, and this trade was a monster trade. This was well over 300% up there for that trade. Didn't quite get to its previous all-time high. I previously traded this coin, and I previously gave this trade in the Discord from 3 cents all the way up to 11 cents. I actually got out of the trade there. Now we're looking for a pullback. I'm going to give those levels. If you missed that entry, I'm going to give those levels in the Discord today. I'm going to be in the Discord today, and regularly while my family is shopping, I'll be just in the Discord. So feel have some compassion for me as I'm out in these Black Friday. Oh, of course, the great opportunities, obviously, to get your loved ones and family the Christmas gifts at a great discount. So Black Friday is today. I hope you enjoy your day today. We're going to leave it there. And of course, until the next episode, which will be tomorrow, I'll be back with my 2 shows as normal. The Daily Crypto Show, which usually comes out around anywhere between 6 and 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And of course, my altcoin show will be back in full force at around 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday, and then my stock show on Sunday. And I will be doing another special Bitcoin episode, a crypto episode like today, a crypto show. We'll be doing that on Sunday as well. So you'll have double on Sundays. And of course, we'll look forward to seeing you then. And until then, happy trading.